Hi everyone, we're really excited to be here today. My name is Uri and I am a co-founder and the CEO of TipRanks, and with me is Gilad, my partner and our CTO. If you're investing money in the stock market, we're going to make your life a lot easier, and that's what we want to show you today. There are more than 100 million people visiting financial news websites every day, and I am one of those people. And we are exposed to a tremendous amount of different opinions of people telling us where to invest our money. Now, I'm willing to bet that every person in this room followed such a recommendation only to see his investment drop. And that isn't surprising. There are so many financial reporters, sell-side analysts, technical analysts, and even bloggers, and they all seem to know what they're talking about. So how are we supposed to figure out who is worth listening to? How can we distinguish between those who consistently outperform the markets and those who don't? So there is no way for an everyday investor to evaluate how good is a recommendation that he's getting online. And that's why we started TipRanks. About 2 years ago, out of curiosity, I decided I'm going to check one of the more popular technical analysts whose advice I've unfortunately followed. So what I did was I manually searched for every stock he ever recommended, and I started measuring how well were his recommendations. When he said buy a stock, I virtually bought it. And when he said sell a stock, I virtually sold it. And it was pretty tedious and very long. And when the day was over, it was pretty clear to me that I took an advice from the wrong guy. But then I figured out, why can't there be a service that saves me all this job and will give me an accuracy report in real time of the guy I'm listening to, so I can know if I can trust him? And today there is such a service. We call it TipRanks. It's a cloud-based service that scans the internet and measures the accuracy and accountability of everyone giving sell-side advice. And now Gilad is going to show you exactly how it looks like.
Thank you, Uri. If you went online about a month ago, you may have run into this article where an analyst from Goldman Sachs is recommending we sell Microsoft. If you missed it on Forbes, you may have run into it on Bloomberg, Fox Business, The Street, or any other major website that day. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to a browser that has TipRanks enabled. I opened the article, and what we'll notice is that the name of the analyst is highlighted here. If I click on it, or on the Side tab, TipRanks open an accuracy report of this particular analyst. We can see that TipRanks detected 21 recommendations, out of which 9 outperformed the market, giving this expert an overall success rate of 43%. We can also see that on average, each one of her recommendations lost 1.9%. Now, these two factors are combined to give us a single ranking that enables us to compare this expert to her peers. You can see this up here. So in essence, TipRanks enables us to see the measured performance of any expert before we decide whether we want to follow their recommendation. Now, if you're interested to see how we got this data, you can switch over to the Rating History tab. Here is a list of all the recommendations that we aggregated for this expert while scanning the internet. And for each one of them, we can see how well it did. For example, this recommendation on Microsoft lost investors over 10%, because while the recommendation was to sell Microsoft, the stock price actually went up. Now, I want to make one thing clear. TipRanks is a technology company. We're not here to tell you which stocks you should buy or sell. But what we can do is leverage our technology to show us what the best performing experts are currently saying about this stock. Here we see that although we have a recommendation from a Goldman Sachs analyst to sell Microsoft, the top-ranked experts, those with the highest measured performance that are covering the stock, are recommending that we either buy it or hold it. Now, the reason that we show you what the top experts are saying about Microsoft is that our technology scanned this article and realized that there is an analyst here that's giving a recommendation on Microsoft. But what happens if we want to look up another stock, say Amazon? For this, we can easily go to the search panel, type Amazon, and see what the best performing experts are currently saying about this stock. In this example, we can see that they're all recommending we buy the stock. If we want more information, we can see what all of the analysts that are covering the stock have to say. We see that we have quite a few of them. Most of them are saying buy, and some of them are saying hold. Now, our servers constantly scan the internet to detect new recommendations as soon as they're being released. This enables us to give the top ranked expert opinions on various stocks. This is a live feed of recommendations given by experts who are able to consistently outperform the market. For each one of these recommendations, I can open the expert's accuracy report to see how well it did, and I can also read the article in which the recommendation was posted to better understand the reasoning behind it.
Thank you, Gilad. To summarize, TipRanks automatically displays an accuracy report of any financial expert you come across online. It allows you to search for any stock you want and see what the sharpest minds in Wall Street had to say about it recently. And it gives you a live feed of recommendations that we detected that were made by top experts. If you want to hear more about our technology or even get a free download code, come visit us on our booth. Also, if you want Gilad over here to go back in Israel with a big smile on his face, don't forget to vote for us for Best of Show. Thanks a lot.